Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and we appreciate that.
Well, as of last night, a conversation has been ensued in the nation. Mostly it was triggered by news that started circulating around, I think, 12 hours yesterday, Sunday, alleging to say the former First Lady, Esther Lungu, had instructed the family spokesperson, who's also a lawyer to former President Edgar Chagwa, Makebi Zulu, to go through the process of initiating the cremation of the body of the late president as a way of handing over ashes to the Zambian government. That's if the Zambian government wins the court case again, as opposed to handing over the body. Those allegations have not been denied or distributed by the family since then, and obviously the rumors just keep on getting deeper, and obviously people are giving theories. Earlier on, it was easy to disregard the information to say it is just coming from uncredible sources or pretty much people that are speculating. But as of today, more people from the political scene or political front have weighed in. Some of them are even receiving dreams. They say they are dreams of Edgar Chagwa, and I'll update you as the news goes by. But as things stand right now, no communication has come from the family to dispute those allegations that came up yesterday, alleging to say those instructions to have his body cremated, having Edgar Chagwa body cremated. So nothing has been responded to since then. And obviously, more people are weighing in. They are putting in their 2 cents with regard to what's been going on with this issue. And one of them is Remy Chongo, advocate for justice and national dignity, says Zambia is not a playground for political theater. The ongoing saga surrounding former President Edgar Lungu's alleged death has crossed the line from confusion to insults. If the man is alive, then someone is lying, and in law, lies have consequences. If Edgar Lungu is not dead, then we are dealing with obstruction of justice, abuse of public trust, and possibly publication of false news with intent to cause fear and alarm, a criminal offense under section 67 of Zambia's Penal Code, and faking a death or to avoid accountability is not just a coincidence; it's criminal. So according to that individual, he puts up an article to say, at this point, facts are supposed to be presented. Is Edgar Chagwa dead? If not, they should hire FBI, tabulate what needs to be done. Obviously, he's putting in his 2 cents. But I highly doubt the South African government would actually sanction that maneuver. As people are alleging to say, that might have been the plan B that they were talking about from the Patriotic Front. I highly doubt the South African government would like to be involved in that nonsense, honestly, because the consequences of losing a relationship with Zambia is not one that they're willing to bear just to safeguard the former first family. I highly doubt that. So my 2 cents would be Edgar Chagwa is actually dead, obviously. It's just that impasse that they are having, but alleging to say he's still alive and obviously they're just trying to conceal his body. Those are just conspiracy theories. But anyway, people are weighing in and putting in their 2 cents. And it goes further to say, the same individual that wrote that article said, Zambians are tired. We are tired of mourning a man who may be alive, he says. Watching courts become theater. Seeing leaders dodge accountability with drama. This is not about Edgar Lungu alone. It's about the integrity and the institutions of the dignity of our people and the truth we deserve. Let the government act. Let the courts demand evidence, and let the people rise above manipulation, he says. But then again, a question that someone would ask you, say, there is a South African government that is involved here and the South African institutions. So in as much as, yes, Zambians are trying to fight the political battle there, yes, you might argue that. But then again, how does the South African government want to be perceived if they're alleged to be part of the conspirators that concealing the body of Edgar Chagwa? That's if he's alive. So this theory holds no water really. The very fact that there are too many moving pieces. The South African government wouldn't want that. Definitely, they wouldn't want to spoil a relationship with Zambia and the Zambian people, because I highly doubt there's anybody from any side of the aisle that would like to endorse that particular stunt. So I highly doubt it's a stunt. The man is late. It's just that the Zambian government and the Lungu family cannot come to an agreement on how the funeral process is likely to be done, mostly. And then another person that has weighed in is Peter Sinkamba. He says he had a dream about Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and he put up an article which has been trending the past couple of hours. As you may be aware, he's a political candidate and has run for a number of elections. So he says, Edgar Chagwa Lungu appears to me in a dream with a message. That's what he says as a Green Party president. So he says it was around 03:48 hours last Friday. I dreamt I was with Edgar Chagwa Lungu. This is my first dream with Edgar Chagwa Lungu since his death, and more than 3 months ago. In this dream, Edgar Chagwa Lungu asked me to accompany him to a ward through a stream, that drained from his residence, cutting across to the city. The stream was typical of Kitwe stream that cuts across residential and commercial industrial areas. He was dressed he was dressed in a sky blue safari suit and asked me to join him wading along in the stream, in the stretch of the stream. And the stream was heavily polluted. We did not change our attire. We waded along and in the polluted stream. The water was knee high, and we traversed the stream without any protective clothing. So pretty much it's surrounding, as you may be aware, Kafue has been polluted by an acid spill that happened by a mining firm on the copper belt. So it's around that. But pretty much the bone of contention is that no, he joined Edgar Chagwa Lungu and having that interaction. And he puts up that long article there. So it's things like this that people are wondering to say now that official communication is not coming through from both sides at this point. People will keep on speculating. They'll start relying on information of dreams. People dream up, and yeah. So he says it's his dream. How can you argue with that? Someone says the dream, and I was with Edgar Chagwa Lungu, and he had a message for me, which is communicating to the nation. I think he was pretty much trying to radiate a point to say there's need for attention to be paid to the pollution that has happened in the Kafue River and the families that are affected. But I didn't see the need for him to include Edgar Chagwa Lungu and this dream here. It might be true, it might be a false thing. No one knows but himself. You can't argue with someone's dream. It's like someone says, no, I saw this. How can you argue with that? So it is what it is. But yeah, so yeah, that dream. And obviously, someone says, Stanley in the comment section, I hope you did not pee on the bed, because the dreams are playing in water usually comes out through somehow. I know this part can't be shared. So he says, I hope we didn't. Obviously, people are having a field day in that comment section about that dream. And then after I had witches got jailed, the JJ Banda goes mad and failing to execute witch doctors' instructions within a given time. So those allegations that have been thrown on JJ Banda, because he's been doing a number of live streams recently that are very odd, as you may describe them. Like they don't add up really. They don't make sense. They don't look like they're coming from someone who's in the right state of mind, and that's what they're alleging to say. No, if you remember, those witch doctors that were arrested, they should have been from Mozambique, that are alleged to have been hired by his brother, JJ Banda's brother, to come and harm President Hakainde Hichilema. I think they just recently jailed. Is it? I don't know the term of jailing that sentencing that they received, but pretty much they are in prison. And so that platform is alleging to say it's because those witch doctors are arrested now that JJ Banda is displaying odd behavior on live streams. In other news, Chama District Commissioner caught with 3 impalas and in police custody. Shame. So, and those are displayed. So, a district commissioner has been involved in poaching, and he's been arrested in Chama. And those are the images that you see on screen there. And then I am innocent. Fatima, wife of Maria Zlome's Nigerian partner, speaks out. So Maria Zlomes, as you may be aware, is facing murder charges with regard to what happened on a farm where that young man was killed because of the beating that he had received. So now the allegations were that the former wife, I think the legal wife at this point, the legal wife to the guy that Maria has been dealing with, the Nigerian guy, was alleged to say she's the person that had sent that young man to go to Maria and cause harm. That's a story that's coming from one side of the aisle. Now, she has responded. She's been very responsive to this issue. She says, I have nothing to do with that young man, and neither did I send anyone. She's been crying that the Nigerian guy, had swindled her of a car. At some point, even Simon was doing live streams about it. She was giving him details how he had swindled her. And how he left home, he did not even say that. In short, they're not legally divorced. So him coming here in Zambia and starting a relationship with Maria without divorcing, that's another issue. So she simply says I have nothing to do with that. But Maria has been appearing in court. In court as of yesterday or the past couple of days or this morning. Those images surfaced online. There an interaction with police officers that shows awaiting a court session. So this platform says, murder accused Maria Zlomes, popularly known as the Z Farmer, and boyfriend Nathaniel have appeared in Kabwe Magistrate Court over the killing of 20-year-old Enoch Sumfuko, allegedly found at a farm. So those are the images of Maria at court earlier on. Seems like the court proceedings have started, and yeah, so this was she was standing by, waiting to go and defend herself in court. That's what's going on with that with regard to that case. And in Malawi, it seems like former President Bingu Mutharika has won those elections, and obviously they're just waiting. I mean, it's not even Bingu, Peter Mutharika actually. So yeah, we wait and see how the official announcements haven't been thrown out, but the statistics that have been going out recently show that the opposition is leading, and the incumbent Lazarus Chakwera has lost those elections. We wait and see for the official announcement. And Zambia and Malawi politics are similar. What's happening there will also happen here. Mpolokoso PF member of parliament, Bwana Mundwile, says pretty much insinuating to say President Hakainde Hichilema is going to lose the 2026 elections, just like the incumbent in Malawi has lost those elections, he says. And then Brian Punda put up this article that I found interesting, and he's talking about some words of wisdom. He says it is what it is. If you are emotionally attached to your tribe, religion, or political leaning, to the point that the truth and justice become secondary consideration, your education is useless. Your exposure is useless. If you cannot reason beyond petty sentiments, you are a liability to mankind. So that's an article that was put up. And then obviously heated exchange in Patriotic Front Central Committee meeting as Mundwile Group reject Zambezi region leadership. So according to that Zambia Ego, which was shared by the UPND page, and they simply laugh at that interaction happening in the Patriotic Front. And obviously those articles keep on going. Brian Punda goes further to say pretty much saying or the law eventually catches up. So it seems like there's an individual that has been arrested, or there's this court case. So DC ordered cadres to rape and kill me. That's a socialist individual. They are having a court hearing, and that's where that extract came from. And the UPND put up to say Patriotic Front Patriotic Front President Chavinga honored with the leadership award in New York City. So it's this post that make people wonder to say, how can the UPND be posting an alleged opposition person being awarded that? Because it has never happened really. Prior to these factions, the UPND never posted such rewards for Patriotic Front individuals. Neither does the PF post the UPND unless it's got an inclination to somehow jab at the UPND and vice versa. So it's these things that people make people wonder to say, hey, Chaving is a student of the UPND, that such recognition on their platforms. But anyway, it's politics at the end of the day. So, and then they put up an article that's still the UPND. They say leader of the opposition and acting president of the Patriotic Front, Honorable Robert Chavinga, has been honored with a prestigious leadership award from from the Heroes of Tomorrow Africa Foundation in United States of America, New York City. So yeah, and then they put up a long article. It's things like that make people wonder, like, yo, how can the opposition, how can the government be celebrating an opposition patriotic front leader? But anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, and then news diggers say UPND salutes opposition. Congratulations on winning by-elections. We are not jealous. So as you may be aware, Harikava won one of the by-elections in that, the ones that ended, and also the Patriotic Front candidate also won another by-election, and also the UPND won it. But so everybody shared those votes, and that's what is being referred to there. Chama DC arrested over poaching. Obviously, those images that I showed you. This is the Daily Mail where that headline is being carried. And then Daily Revelation says, please give me a chance to rule. This is Hari Kalaba. He says, our word victory shows that we are not just a party of zeros. So Hari Kalaba celebrating his victory in the recent by-elections. He's simply saying, at least now I'm not just a zero performing presidential candidate. At least I've brought you a word victory. So give me a chance in 2026. Let him rule. So he says. And that's the news, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.